Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are finally getting back into a collection tour. So, obviously, obviously I have a lot of dolls and I know a lot of you guys are wanting to see them close up. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I think we should take away from this part of my doll room and move over here. So I'm just going to be showing you guys my Lala Loopsies and my Navy Stars first. Now, I have only recently, well, like probably in like the last year, started collecting Lala Loopsy dolls. This one was actually my childhood one, but she's been through it a bit. She's got a little red stain on her face. I've tried acne cream to like get rid of it, but it's not budging, so she's just gonna stay there with a cute little red nose. But yeah, I do use the Monster High Manster stands. They tend to work like extremely well in holding them up. I have seen people use Ever After High stands, but I feel like they're like hard to find, and yeah, well, for me at least, but I had plenty of Manster stands, so I just use them, and they're all for deuce. And I have a few Holt ones, but yeah, cute. So there's my little Lala Loopsies. Now, this was the only one that I managed to get in stores. If you've seen my little, what was it? My doll hunting blog, I managed to find her at Toymate. Yeah, so moving on, we're gonna look at the Novi Stars. So with this one, I actually won her on a Whatnot stream, like probably like 3 years ago. But yeah, she did work, but I think her, oh no, she's still working. She just chooses to. Last time I checked, she wasn't working, but yay. This girl, I think Animatrix, is that her name? Yeah, she don't work. She's from AliExpress, and I think all the ones from like AliExpress are like damaged ones. So yeah, she doesn't work, but I tried to give her a little fringe, but it kind of flopped because this poly hair is just disgusting. I hate it. But yeah, I do have Sila Klotz back there, and she still works. Little red eye. I do love them in the box. So obviously I didn't get these two in the box, but the boxes are just really fun. And this is Universe with the glitter legs. Now I did have her out of the box and I repackaged her. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next segment of my doll room. Now, sadly, they are on the floor, but I'm looking to get more cabinets. So eventually they'll have a home that's not on the floor. But I do have a lot of inbox dolls. Now, the majority of the Monster High ones are actually reboxed. I had them out like ages ago and then realized I really loved their boxes, so I put them back in there. And then I have a few Barbies, my Stevie Nicks, all that. And then my G3 Laguna, I just love her. She's so underrated. Calliope. And then I also do have my little Honkator collection as well. Yeah, I'm really happy to own all of them, like extremely lucky, especially to have Dracula. But yeah, she was a bit expensive because I missed out on her original drop. But yeah. Next up, we have more Mr. High dolls. The majority of these ones here are the Crew Productions. Now, I do have an original Holt to kind of like match in with it because I'm upset that he still hasn't got a crib production. Yeah, then we have a few other ones here. Now, yeah, the majority of these are reboxed as well. Yeah. Now, my Holt, he's missing his glasses in the box because I stole them for the one on display. So, but like, you couldn't even tell. You didn't even know he had glasses. But yeah, love this clothing so much. Stunning. And then I do have a Japanese variant of Laguna from Picture Day. And then the iconic Sweet 1600. Stunning. Okay, moving on to the cabinets. Well, we're technically still on the floor, but I do keep my little Rainbow High collection just down here. It's really horrible lighting, but I have really nowhere to put them, so they just live on this side of my little thingy, little table. But yeah, I only been collecting Rainbow High / Shadow High for a little bit. I didn't really collect them when they were in store, when they were like this kind of quality. But yeah, so that's that. I will show you what else is on my little table here. I do have the Cool 6 of the My Little Pony. I think it's G3, G4, one of them. I can never remember. But yeah. And then I have my only Bratz babies, Phoebe and Roxy. And then on this side, I have just my little Sylvanian families and stuff. And then just my random junk in the middle, because you can't really see it, ish. But yeah, those are the duplicates of the Bratzies Chloe that I got 4 of. I managed to sell... No, I got 1 and then I got 3 dupes. So I managed to sell 1 and I still have these 2. I've been needing to sell them. I'll trade them for a jade, but I'm too lazy. And then this side, I just have a few cute little horses. So nothing special. Okay, finally we are going to move on to my cabinets. Hell yeah. Let's start off with this side. So at the very top, I do have some more inbox Monster High dolls. They're kind of just like the more expensive ones, but once again, these all have been taken out of the box and I've just reboxed them. So we have Zombie Gaga, Kieran, and Wisp. I am so excited for the 2-pack that's coming out with Speldon. I can't wait to get my hands on them. Next we have Miss Widona. I sadly am missing a little cardboard piece on that, but I don't know. I don't know where it is, but there she is. And then sadly we have Iris and Manny here, but their box is like weirdly slanted on the bottom, so they can never stay upright, and like it's extremely high. So I haven't been, you know, game enough to try and fix it and put something on the back. Oh wait, I did. I put a bit of cardboard, but clearly that did not work. And then we have my Vampire Heart, Draculaura, and just a few other inbox ones. Okay, now on to the outer box dolls. I have my Real Drama collection and just a few of the recent like Skeletor dolls and everything. I really love the movie Us, so I am so glad that they made dolls of them. Okay, let's move on to the ones in here. Okay, so in this one we have mainly all like the core Monster High dolls, so mainly just all the characters and stuff. So I do have all of them from G1. Now with my Abby, I've been contemplating trying to get the Chinese variant of her, just because I feel like I'd like her face more. So this one's the Indonesian variant, but yeah. I want to get her and just like compare and see what one I like more. But yeah. The majority of this shelf I actually did have from my childhood. So this Draculaura, this Lacuna, Gulia, and this Abby were all from my childhood. And I was super happy that I managed to like keep my gold elastic Draculaura. Like, she's stunning. Now sadly a lot of the elastics are like withered away or yellow like that one. I've had them for a while, so I've been too lazy to fix it, but we won't talk about that. So enough of that shelf. Here we have the next one, so just a few more just randomly assorted core dolls. My 13 Wishes, Monster Exchange. I love my Lorna's hair, stunning. And then just some more down here. Kirsty is so underrated. She's stunning. Some more here. Jennifer, oh, she's beautiful. She'll forever hold a special place in my heart. She was like one of the first like Monster High dolls I bought when I started getting back into collecting. And then this shelf here. That one, I have like a perfect spot for Speldon right there when he comes. And then on the bottom shelf, just have Freaky Fusion and a few other ones. This Honey Swarm is just stunning. Love her so much. So that was that shelf. Oh, cabinet as well. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, something fell. Or a rose. Oh, no. Okay, so here we have my Ever After High collection. Now, as you can see, I do have a favorite, and it is Cedar. I just love her so much. Now, I do have some inbox ones in the back as well. So I have Cerise. I have Briar back there. Faybelle, she's behind there. And then I do have a Cedar Spring Unsprung. So yeah, I'm quite a big fan of Ever After High. I've watched the Netflix show and everything, and it was kind of good. So I bought my first Ever After High doll after that, and it was Cedar. Just stunning. Okay. Next up, we'll do this cabinet. Oh, why is it just roses falling everywhere? What the hell? Who was that to? It's Deuce. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. This shelf, we have just a few other, well, the last of the core dolls that I couldn't really fit into that cabinet, so they've kind of just bled into here. But I'm not the biggest fan of these ones. I do love Posier, but they're just really big and bulky. Annoying to display. But we have a few other lines here. Girls Getaway, such an underrated line. Like, yeah, it's like bright, ugly colors, but it's bright, ugly colors that work. Then we have the beautiful 13 Wishes line. Haunt the Cash Bar. Stunning. I really need to curl my Abby's hair, but I'm lazy. A few other ones, and there's that Holt with the glasses. His glasses are just like really hard to find. So when I managed to get my hands on an inbox one, I just, yeah, stole it. And then my Sweet Screams line. Stunning. And then my School's Out. I love this Laguna so much. And then just this random fear leading deuce. More deuce. Stunning. She's so Hannah Montana. And this one, this Laguna. Beautiful. I do have her hydration station somewhere, but still can't find it. Still can't find it, unfortunately. Then Donna the Dance. This beautiful Dracula Laura. Highly sought after for a reason. She's beautiful. Next shelf. Some more Freak to Chic. Some random collector ones. And then like my I Heart fashion slash shoes. I do have them displayed with like their outfits as well, just on stands, just to make it more fun displaying. Then at the bottom, more Monster High. Stunning. Okay, that's it for this shelf. Now let's move on to this one. So at the very top, I do have my Greta Gremlin. I can't really get up there to have a good look. I'll try. Yeah, my little Greta Gremlin. She's stunning. I'm so tempted to get her out of the box like every day, but I've been good and kept her in there. Then just my Frankfurt Jennifer. Danarella. Okay. Then we'll move into this one. And my Gloom and Bloom. Such a well-designed line, except for Katrine. We don't talk about her. And this one. This Rochelle's so pretty. And then my Scaris. I do love Scaris so much. It's probably one of my favorite movies. Monster High. This Cleo is just stunning. And then I have my fashion packs. This Toralei, unfortunately, she was my childhood one, so she's been through it. Like, she's got cracked joints and a broken arm. But she's cute in that outfit. Just don't look too close. And just the bottom, I have my Bjork and Random Abbey. So that's that for that shelf, and that's the end of my G1 Monster High collection. Let's move on to the other side. So we're gonna start off at the very top. I have all my Barbie dolls. Now I'm looking to expand them a bit more when I have the room. Yeah, so much pink. Pink, pink, pink. And then my Scene collection. It's kind of like the new ones. And then like the older ones. I don't have a lot, but they're very hard to find. Like, good ones at least. Okay, next up in this shelf, we're just gonna start off with the top. I have my Bratzilla's collection. So happy to own all of these. Sadly, their hats always just fall off. But yeah, Bratzilla's. And then I'll quickly move on to this side just because it's Bratzilla's on the top as well. But I do have those call for. I am seeing that girl with the pink hair, but I'm not really fond of her. What's her name? Cloetta. Yeah. Alright, that's my Bratzillas. Now let's move on to G3 Monster High. So I do have them like character coordinated just because they look better with each other. So here's my Venus. It's a little custom I made. Gorge. Then my Laguna. I do have 2 Laguna shells because she is my favorite G3 character. Stunning. And then my custom Laguna there as well. And then here we have my Claudines and my Rebecca. It's done. And then just some more characters I don't have a lot of. And then Dracula and Cupid. So there's that part. Let's move on to the other side. So here we have my Frankie shelf. This is probably one of my favorite G3 dolls ever. They are just really thought out and well designed. Love them. And then some more Laguna, and then random Ghoulia. It's like the only good Ghoulia doll. She needs more. And then my Twyla and Jennifer. Love this Jennifer so much. And then my Cleos. And some more random, another Frankie, Spectra, and Abby. So that's that for my G3 collection. Next up, we're gonna do the Bratz. So starting off with the top, I kind of have like all my newer ones. I have the Mean Girls Wave 2, my Pop Stars, a random redressed Sasha, and then my Pixies. Beautiful. Now for inside the cabinets. I just have these ones. Now these are kind of like all my like custom like dressed ones. I'm really fond of this Phoebe. She's beautiful. I have my Sweet Dreams line here, and I do have Felicia's box just behind them. Yeah. So glad to own this line. So stunning. And then moving on to my Campfire and Princess. Campfire Yasmin is probably one of my favorite dolls that Bratz made. She's so pretty. And I do have my Repro Felicia. Now she is wearing a sock as a hat because how else am I gonna get her hat? So I just made it. It's cute-ish. Yeah. And my Princess line. Now I've got all these for like relatively cheap, considering how much they go for on eBay. I'm really happy to own them. Sadly, my Fiona is missing her crown, so hopefully I get my hands on one someday. Next we have my little Passion for Fashion. Got Jade, Aubrey, the one and only Kina, and I do have her box as well. And then my twins, this Phoebe's, yeah, she's one of my favorites as well. Just so well designed, cute. And some more, got some more twins, Wildlife Safari, Midnight Dance, and my treasures line. And then moving on to this shelf, a few of my flower girls and just some other, I forgot what this line's called, but those ones. And then my beautiful Genie Magic line. Now, sadly, I have not found Chloe's outfit yet. She's just annoying. And then my Scorchin, my Collector Jade. I do have the Pride Bratz. They're just back there. And Christmas Sasha. Just a few other repros. That new, I forgot what it's called. And then my Play Sports line. A few other ones. And some more new Bratz as well. And that's pretty much all of my dolls that I have on display. Now, I do have like a handful that I have hidden under my bed, just because they're kind of ugly. So yeah, I do have like 10 other dolls, but they're not really important. But yeah, here, that was my collection tour, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I always post roughly every week, and a lot of it is doll mail, so if you are looking forward to seeing more episodes of that, make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.